you were a stranger to the world beneath the waves. Clouds of brilliant blue and glistening gold appeared only when you closed your eyes. You could just imagine the velvety touch of a graceful ray. And dolphins swam with you only in your dreams. But now you know you've been touched by the sun, the sand, and the amazing world of Discovery Cove. Your tan may disappear, but the memory never fades. From the moment you enter this lush paradise, you feel as if you've been transported 1,000 miles away from civilization. You hear the call of exotic birds as you wander along meandering pathways, lined with rich green foliage and vivid tropical blooms. Did you expect to meet a flamboyant macaw or touch a fuzzy sloth? Slowly, gently, you allow yourself to reach out, escape, and become one with Discovery Cove. What was it like, that first moment when you took the plunge? Did you dip your toe in to test the waters, or dive right into the adventure? Remember the excitement you felt when you first encountered the majestic coral reef? Everyone dove into crystal clear waters and encountered a mesmerizing world of motion, color, and beauty. You learned how to play hide and seek with tropical fish, absorbed the serene silence beneath the waves, felt your heart pound when a real shark swam just inches away, and discovered what it feels like to be a fish. And the best part was, you could linger as long as you liked. Breathless with excitement, you shared every encounter, from the surreal shimmer of bubbles seeking the sky to the flash of glistening color glowing in the sunlight. Even with a snorkel, it takes your breath away. Ever wonder what a ray feels like? Now you know. You reached out and touched graceful rays, watched them glide through the water like a kite on a breeze, and felt free. These captivating creatures surprised you. You didn't expect to be enchanted by their elegance, and you didn't expect to be so fearless. It was hard to leave the Ray Lagoon, but there's so much more to explore. There's adventure around every turn on Discovery Cove's incredible tropical river. You've always wanted to explore the sunlit waters of a real tropical paradise, and you did. Immersed in the deep blues and lush greens of Discovery Cove, you saw wonder in a child's eyes when you surfaced in a magnificent grotto, felt the exhilaration of frolicking under cascading waterfalls in the sparkling lagoon pool, splashed like a kid again, and bonded with your family in a breathtaking island oasis. Explore the shore. Like many guests, your favorite Discovery Cove memory may be the amazing aviary. Remember the glow on small faces when friendly finches ate right out of your hand? Or when you ventured into the large bird sanctuary where toucans perched just inches away? Melodic calls filled the air as hundreds of brightly colored birds fluttered through the foliage in this secluded jungle hideaway. And alluring wildlife shed their shyness to nibble a treat from your hand. At Discovery Cove, exotic birds and animals welcome you into their world and greet you like a friend. Then there was a moment to just relax. Walk hand in hand along pristine white sand beaches and bond with the most important creatures in your world. Or just take a moment to feel, to breathe, to be. At Discovery Cove, there are no crowds. Just you, your family, and one perfect day. And what does exhilaration look like? Does it leap effortlessly into thin air? Or splash in serene pools to rise again in your memory? When you swim with dolphins at Discovery Cove, you explore the heights of exhilaration and the depths of emotion. The unspoken connection is real and unforgettable. You discovered that each dolphin is different, with a unique personality that's playful, generous, and just plain fun. You became one with the dolphins and shared their world. To frolic and play with dolphins was your dream, and at Discovery Cove, your dream became real. As the sun sets on your perfect day, reflect upon your emotions, the joy, the exhilaration, the tranquility you experienced above and below the waves, and the unforgettable feeling of experiencing everything you've ever imagined, and a few things you hadn't. Sooner or later, the tan lines fade, but what you see and touch and experience here stays locked in your heart forever. At least once in a lifetime, everyone deserves a memory like this. Discovery Cove, the memory that never fades.
Thank you for visiting Discovery Cove, Orlando. Stay in touch with us by visiting discoverycove.com.